What's up? I gotta bring the mic a little closer. How you guys doing? So I got a little Dreadnought action going on later on, but I think for the first little bit, I'm just gonna be clearing some Silver Wolves, clearing my Rebels, maybe doing my assists, and then towards the end we're gonna do the Dreadnought. Just fought my Dread like an hour ago, no clad though. That's unfortunate. I feel like that might be what's gonna happen later on as well. I feel like it's gonna be another cladless run. No Kraken? No. I did my Kraken yesterday, and, well, I didn't really get anything from it, so it wouldn't have really been worth, streaming anyways, so. Plus, the tentacle is just a tentacle. It's not super exciting. I need a tentacle to have I need a tentacle to have every unit in Battle Nation, so I'm actually hurting. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Anyways, I gotta dip now, was about to head out, but then I saw a stream ping. All good, man. We're gonna be streaming for like hour and a half, 2 hours, so you might be able to catch the end if you have time. Alright, I'm gonna do my Silver Wolves. Also, I'm gonna put this in the, pin that. I've been getting kind of lazy on my Rebels. I feel like I have not been doing them that much. I've just preferred doing Silver Wolves. Oh, hunting. I gotcha. Yeah, with the Kraken, I have like a little side goal where I wanna fight it with only tentacles at some point. Like, I am the Kraken and I'm fighting the Kraken. Like, I think that would be funny. I don't think it's doable. I think you'd lose like immediately unless they're max ranked, but I mean, at that point, if we're able to max rank them, Kraken would also be harder, so it might be impossible, but it would be funny. Alright, let's not target the Dexter that's about to die. This is actually like exactly how I lost my Dexter last time, was fighting Silver Wolves. I honestly would not mind harder Silver Wolf encounters, like just in general. Like base encounters and also like these Recoil Ridge encounters. Do you stream with a main account or the bot? I have only one account. I feel like if I want to make I want to make a second account. I might do that for when the game gets advertised more, so I can do walkthroughs of certain tips and or like certain strats for some of the earlier encounters that you fight. But for right now, I'm just sticking to my main. I feel like if I make a second account, I would burn out really fast. Especially with like doing super tanks again. Like I feel like wimps aren't that bad because you have the spider wasps, but I feel like doing super tanks again would be treacherous. Plus later on you're gonna have to do heavier tanks and mega tanks. I don't want to do that. Oh, I am so fucking sorry. I have a keybind for that. I had a keybind for it and it did not go through because it didn't. I think I had like a number lock on. That is brutal. I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, we are not professional over here. I hope you understand that. I mean, this is my 4th stream entirely, so. Holy fuck. Yeah, that was a rookie error. I don't know, sometimes OBS is nice, but at the same time I feel like Streamlabs is also like, there's some really nice parts to Streamlab, but I don't know. That's one of those moments where it's kind of like, that was my fault. I didn't think number lock would, because I have it set to like my keypad. What's up, Hobby? I'm just excited to see what the, what we're gonna be getting with, I mean, yesterday, Madrona Games commented on, Benap's stream that we were gonna get 2 updates in the month of October. I feel like one of those has to be guilds, without a doubt. Like, maybe guilds, and then I feel like, being realistic, I think the other one definitely could just be a bug fix. Because they did say that that's, like, one of their most, like, the thing they want to do the most, is just fix all the things wrong with the game. I think the small one will be a small update that has the first boss strike. I mean, I would take that. I would not be mad about having a boss strike. I just think it would be a little bit ambitious, if anything. I think the first update will be a bug fix along with other content. Yeah, probably something like that. I don't know, it's tough to say, because like, I know that, especially after the Friends and Assisting came out, they're definitely going to be taking their time with how they're gonna roll things out. Because I don't think they just want another buggy mess. Why would they say, hey, there's 2 updates coming, but the bug fixes will wait until the second update? Yeah. I think if it's gonna be boss strikes, I would hope that they just do only 1 update, and then just playtest the boss strike a bunch on a dev account, and then roll it out when it's as smooth as it can be. Because I can already imagine, like, if we have another situation, like with the Friends and Assisting, where it's like, hey, you have this new content in the game, new, like, mechanic that's really fun from old Battle Nations, and then it's only working, like, 30%. Like, 30% of it is actually functioning as intended, then people are going to be upset, because that's kind of like what happened with Friends and Assisting. It was just, some of it, like, the base mechanic was working, but then all of the other aspects of it were buggy, so I don't know, it's tough to say. People will be upset if there's new content that might be buggy but released sooner, and will be upset if no new... Yeah, it's a catch-22. But it's also just like, we haven't really had much content in a very long time. And I think we kind of need something, not gigantic, but we just need something, you know? Holy fuck. Alright, I am not losing another Dexter. How are you liking streaming? Streaming's alright. I think it definitely, you need to get into a groove and do it, like, somewhat regularly to get, like, a full idea of what it's like, but I think as I do it more and more, I'll get a better idea of how to run things. And then mistakes like not swapping the starting scene isn't gonna happen. That is not acceptable. A tank killer, oh, it already tagged. I'm just wondering, like, if it is a boss strike, that would be awesome, but like, what do you guys think would be the enemy that we're fighting? What faction? Like, it's gotta be... I feel like it's gotta be Raiders. Because if it's Raiders anytime soon after level 51, it's gonna be a bitch. Would you prefer guilds coming up or level 50? I would prefer if they did level 47, and then guilds somewhere interwoven with that. I think now that they have, like, Friends and Assisting all figured out, I feel like guilds aren't too far away. I could be wrong with that, but I feel like most of the mechanics there are, like, already set in place. How's it going? It's going alright. Dread has been giving me a tough time the last couple days. Yeah. It'd definitely be like that. I think today was like one of the first times it didn't take 8 days to respawn for me. I think it only took like 4. But I think with that probably means that I'm not gonna get an Ironclad. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think it would be interesting if, when going from, like, the harder version of, like, the level 60 version of the Dreadnought or the Kraken, if it gained different attacks. I think that'd be cool. Like, so it's not just the same thing, but harder. Spent about 20 minutes trying to get a good opening and gave up after an M10 got nuked. Yeah. That is the Dreadnought. It just, you can have a great opening. You can have, like, a god run and then it just nukes. Like, depth charge crits 3 M10s and then they're all they're all breached and then you're boned. It's not fun. But then again, I'm kind of glad that it's not super easy. I mean, after you hit level 46, level 45, level 46, it does become easier, so I guess there's that, but like there are moments where I kind of miss how hard the original level 40 Dreadnought was when we were capped at 40. I just realized I have not gotten a vial from these things in like 3 weeks. My rebels have not been treating me nicely. Are you going to try Denise Pelican Strap for the Dread or the Kraken? I might try it for the Kraken at one point. I feel like the Dreadnought one is just so, like... It's just, you have... I mean, Denise said that he was doing it for, like, 2 hours a day for, like, 2 months or something like that. Which, that just sounds brutal. Like, that does not sound fun at all. They keep swallowing the vials before death. Yeah, pretty much. Doesn't really make... Like, I feel like you should almost get... I wouldn't say, like, 50%, but maybe, like, 20%. Because, especially in the ones where it's, like, 3 Bio Grenadiers and 2 Chem Troopers, like, there's a lot of vials in the field. Are we really only giving us, like, a 5% chance of getting any from that? I mean, the same argument could be made about the sandworm encounters. I think you should get, like, teeth almost every single time. Like, either that, or maybe you get, like, skulls sometimes from it. Or at least, like, I don't even know if they necessarily need to do that. Maybe they give you, like, a higher chance of getting teeth, but... just more sandworm encounters in general. There's only like 2, and then there's the Elder Sandworm. I don't know, I feel like it definitely needs a little spice. Alright, we're just gonna keep deflecting all day long. I'm excited for the future level cap. I don't know when that's gonna happen. I really hope that it's not just... I mean, I imagine it's probably just gonna be 50, but... I hope it's 53 so we can get some Bigfoot action. I'd love to have infected Bigfoot, some maulers. Thoughts on the points stuff, by the way, like the Hacienda and the Humvee. To be honest, I wouldn't mind if they did away with the points and just made it nanos. Yeah, I think, honestly, they should have more uses than just those 3 units, I feel like. I think that it should be like, instead, you can redeem, there's more sources for those Madrona points, or for the Z2 points, and then you can redeem them for nanopods. And maybe one of those sources is the daily, weekly, monthly challenges. I think that would be like a really good way to implement them back into the game. Because it is nice, like, getting them from achievements and stuff, but there's only so many achievements, and there's gonna be some people that want, like, 10 Humvees for some reason. Or a bunch of Haciendas. Haciendas are actually, like, pretty damn good for free-to-play housing. Especially if you boost them with decorations, they're pretty similar to a Morgan. They need to add points for Patreon donors. That is one way. I think the thing with that though is that they're kind of seen as like free to play, like the points. And so if they were to make it so you only can, or you can get them from achievements and then also Patreon membership, it's, I don't know, that I feel like that could definitely make some people angry. Right now there is almost no benefits for Patreon members. I mean, yeah, you do get a little discount for nanos though, which I think that's what it's intended for. Like, they could definitely just make it so there's no benefit whatsoever. It's supposed to just be like a donation straight to the developers. I think it definitely feels like there is no reason to be a Patreon member like now, after there's like the time where you could get the Diamond Tank or the Plasma Mammoth. That's like over now. So it is kind of like the only reason is just getting a discount on nanos. And then in some cases with some currencies, it's a scam and you don't get a benefit or you don't get a bonus. Kind of wonder how broken the Plasma Mammoth and Diamond Tank will be. I feel like those may be just total win buttons. They're not gonna, they said that they're not gonna make them like super OP. I feel like they definitely should be usable against the AS. I think that could, like, maybe not a win button against the AS, but it could be beneficial. And donor chat, yeah, that is true. Although, I don't know, I haven't been in like the official Battle Nations Discord in a long time. Like, I was a lot before I joined my guild, but there was like a couple times where there was just like a bunch of drama going on in general, or in donor general, that it was just kind of like, eh. Which I can only imagine when Battle Nation starts getting advertised how that's gonna be. That's gonna be a shit show, but I guess only time will tell. Did you get the second clad? Doge, I have not fought the Dreadnought yet. I'm gonna do it after I clear out all my base encounters. I actually got it last night, and I was kind of thinking about doing it then, but I felt like streaming it would make more sense. I don't know. I hope that, like, in the future of Battle Nations that we get a lot more respawnable bosses, and or like certain bosses that weren't respawnable before become respawnable. Like the X-17. Like the X-17 is like a perfect example of like what a harder version of the Ancient Construct could be that like ranks with you. Had to recover from that tier list video, ranking 5 guys so high. King Doge, we are not... You are delusional, dog. I'm gonna be honest, like... 5 guys is expensive, but you're paying for quality. Whereas... In-N-Out, like, I'm wearing an In-N-Out shirt right now, and I don't really like them that much. Have a suggestion for the infected one? What do you mean? Like the infected boss? Like, they couldn't just do, for the infected one, they couldn't just do, like, Apex Mauler, Apex Colossus. I feel like that's just kind of like a cop-out. I think if they had, like, an infected mammoth, or like an infected sandworm boss, that would be really cool. Just in general, we should have more infected animals other than just the raptor. The only thing I associate with Five Guys is peanuts. Well, at least you get them for free. You could go in there with like a Home Depot bucket and just steal all their peanuts, and I don't think they would really get that mad at you. Genus Bongo, what's up, man? Been cooking up today after I got over that fasting hump. That's awesome, man. Doing a little intermittent fasting. I've yet to drop money on the game because at its current state, the free-to-play experience is worse than the Z2 era with no ads / Tapjoy, waiting to see how many nanos they hand out during boss strike. Yeah, I think another way they could also give out nanos is through a free battle pass. I know that's gonna piss a lot of people off, but like, free battle pass, you could get like 50 nanos for completing the whole thing. That could be a source. Madrona points being converted like 5 to 1, 5 points into 1 nanopod. I could see that working like that. Boss strike nanos were about 130 in total. Yeah, I mean that's still free nanos though. Like, that's still something. My issues is I can get a full entree and Texas Roadhouse and a beer for the price of one meal at Five Guys. Yeah, that's just... Five Guys is expensive, but that's also just fast food in general nowadays. Like, they've kind of lost sight of what they're supposed to be. Like, it's no longer like quick food at a value, it's like they're competing, like it's like $14 Big Mac deal. Which, then again, that is also Washington, so I can't really say much on that. What you said is Black Nanos 5 convert to 1. I mean, yeah, I think Black Nanos could be another way you get free-to-play nanos, but they need to make that facility, like, upgradable or something, so at some point it becomes, like, 3 to 1 or 3 to 2, 5 to 2, something like that. Yeah, you're crazy if you convert Black Nanos to regular nanos, yeah. There's just so much value with Black Nanos that it just doesn't really seem worth it for just one normal nanopod in return. I think just more buildings in general should be upgradable. Like, imagine if you could upgrade... I remember suggesting this like a really long time ago. It was like back in February or January of this year. I suggested that all storage buildings can be upgraded. And maybe it's like only to a limit of 3 or something, but you could convert like a small storage to being... It could maybe like every upgrade it gets like 250, maybe 500 more. So a small could become like what is a large now, or a large could become like a high capacity vault, or a high capacity vault could hold like 5,000 at some point. I don't know. I can get 10 White Castle sliders for $8. Yeah, I mean that is fair, man, but like it's not good meat. That is meat scraped off the back of like a person at the Great Wolf Lodge. Like, that is not high quality shit. Jadrek the Crusher is a unit that stuck in my memory. I had a Jadrek back in the day, and I thought he was cool. Like, I remember getting him during the Breaking Into the Vault event, and I thought he would be really good, and then he was just like utter dog shit. Same with the Bigfoot Shaman. Like, I don't know why I bought those units. I think it was, I didn't even know, like, there was a wiki back in the day, I think. Something along those lines. I don't know why I bought those units. We need an equivalent of the permit office for storage. I don't know, call it the customs office, and you can upgrade it to increase storage capacity. Yeah, that, I mean, I could see that being a thing. Early game storage definitely needs an improvement. Early game is ass for people who don't know about the game and what they're doing. Yeah, especially with, if they're not grinding, those storages cost a lot of gold. Not like a lot, but it costs like 150k or something. And it's tough, like, replacing all of them when you're not grinding encounters constantly and you don't have that gold to do that. It's just tough. The free-to-play balance will always be rough till boss strike / promos and infected come. Yeah. I think they are going to make it better. I feel like that is something that they're trying to do. Like, not right now, but in the future. Because, I mean, they already talked about secret vaults not being a thing anymore. I think they understand that certain aspects of old Battle Nations should stay in the past and shouldn't come to the present-day version of what they're making. I don't know what Madrona will do for money, though, given what they said. It's a balance. There will always be something to buy that's not obtainable free-to-play. And one of those things could be a battle pass. If they do it correctly, then it won't make people upset, but I could definitely see if they make it too unbalanced or too OP, then people will be pissed. You can get to level 15 with trunk space, and those encounters will help you pay for the storage if you manage your gold right. Yeah, that is true. Storage vault is a must-buy early game. Yeah, for sure. I think that, like, other than M10s, that's like one of the things you should buy the moment you have enough nanos to buy one. Yeah, but how are free-to-play supposed to get boss strike units if guilds won't take them? I mean, there's the Knees guild that are free-to-play players. I think that's, like, important to have in the game, is like a group of people that aren't gonna purchase pods. Like, I think that's something you need in, like, every game's community. It's just like some people that you can count on that aren't totally whales in the community. Storage is extremely vital in an early game. Nobody brings this up, though. Your first nanopod purchase must be the storage. Yeah. It removes a lot of the stress and just issues with pop. I think that's another part that goes along with that. It's just pop is so AIDS in the early game. What would you even give in a battle pass? Low tier guild can achieve boss strike units fairly easily. Every guild can realistically hit tier 10 if they actually play the game. Yeah, that's true. With the battle pass, I feel like, I don't know, it could be like a mixture of giving out, like, the boosts, like giving out XP boost, SP boost. It could be coins, it could be nanos, it could be a bunch of, like, tier 3 resources, like 1500 tier 2 resources, tier 4. Maybe, like, I don't think there should be any exclusive units. If they are exclusive to the battle pass, maybe they're, like, not promo units, but they're nanopod units, like a saboteur or something, like not super OP, but just kind of like a little bonus. I don't know what I'm looking for. There we go. Whales Guild can go to tier 12 or 13 during a boss strike, but a big free-to-play guild with 100 players can hit tier 10. Yeah, I don't think the tier 10 is that hard to get. It's just a matter of if that free-to-play guild wants to get tier 15 or some shit. Like, they kind of have to set their expectations realistically. Free-to-play players Free-to-play players, grinders also sometimes more useful than whales because of their strategy and game knowledge. They know how to manage resources and units more disciplined. Yeah, that is fair. I don't know how battle passes will do given mainly resources, unless such a high amount won't get players, really. Yeah. I mean, it can more be seen as like a better version of Patreon donations, I guess. Like, instead of donating $5, $15, $50 a month, you can get the battle pass instead. Dude, this encounter sucks cheeks. I don't know what they have to do with these fucking sandworms, bro. They need to do something with them. Alright. Might as well just get into it. After all of the important encounters are cleared. I don't know why I put 2 groupers out. Probably shouldn't have put the Ironclad right there, but... Naval is even more difficult to free-to-play than storage. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I didn't totally, like, want to buy M10s at first, but then when I, like, realized that doing the beginning of Naval with just, I mean, not even, like, using R1s. You're just sitting there using destroyers and gunboats. It's just scuffed. Naval just needs a full rework, pretty much. Yeah, it's kind of a mess. It was an afterthought by Z2 or King when it was added. I just beat the Elite Shadow Navy, no M10s by the way, it was tough. Yeah, those Shadow Navy missions or the encounters that go along with the Shadow Navy that are part of the mission are really fucking dumb. Especially for the early gear grind to build TKs, yeah. I think with assisting, though, that gear drought problem early game with tank killers isn't that bad anymore, I feel like. It's a rough grind to get enough bars to make an R1, yeah. For sure. Although now, I mean, at least you can't get like soft locked. That's at least there's that. Assist got gutted still though. Yeah, they did. I hope they change that because it kind of, I understand why they did that, but at the same time it's kind of like, by making it so you only have 50 global assists in total, it totally just like ruins the whole point of assisting. Like, unless you're like a saint and you're assisting people's like healing facilities, then it's just kind of like, what is the point of assisting that? Like, you can just have a chance of getting a gear or a bar. Naval doesn't really give you much, to be honest. Even Naval boss strikes had land encounters that gave you around the same points. I didn't really ever do Naval boss strike that much because I only had like one M10 back in the day because I kind of knew the game was going down the drain, so it just was like, eh. It's not really like a point in doing them. The hospital will not be assisted. Yeah, it's rough, man. They need to fix their assisting situation. If it's making it 100 or making it so it's like, I don't even know what they would do. I feel like it's not that OP to have the ability to assist everyone. That and the only thing that gets assisted now is your tier tier 3 drops, yeah, pretty much. There's no point. I think what they might need to do if they're gonna keep the 50 is just make it so the healing facilities can also give you, like, I don't know, like bars, or give you like a little ticket that makes it so you can like apply it to your hospital, and then it cuts down some time. Hi Murph, I'm your biggest fan. Thank you, Endless. Repairs shouldn't cost an action. Yeah, they really shouldn't. Alright, enough stalling. This is the big chungo. I don't think it's gonna be an Ironclad. I think I'm just gonna get like 4 gears and 6 bars or something, but let's see it. It's gonna be dog shit. Dog shit. Unfortunate, bro. I don't really know what I expected, honestly. I mean, I wasn't gonna get another Ironclad. I'm not like them, bruh. I see how it is, Madrona. What level do you recommend, Grouper, to do the Dreadnought? And is it the formation you're running to best beat it? So I think just getting, like, if you just hit level 40, you just unlock the Dreadnought, getting the monster grouper to the highest level you can is the best, because it will make it so you're killing the subs like in 1 hit or 2 hits. If it's anything lower, then the start off is gonna be scuffed. And then when you hit level 46, getting it to level 4 is a great idea. And the formation, you can use attack sub, but I think, honestly, it's a higher chance. I think it's like, when you hit level 40, it's like an 11% chance if you're using the 3 buoys, 1 monster grouper, and 7 M10s. And then at level 46, it becomes a 92% chance with that strategy. So I still miss my Phalanx tank. Carried my free-to-play ass. Yeah. The Phalanx tank is insane. It's like a boar, a wild boar, but on the ground and has way more health. I feel like nano units, already being premium units, should not cost additional nanos for new attacks. Yeah. Just in general, I feel like having them just cost nanos is just a cop-out. Like, they could be creative with the prices, but instead they just have 90% of them be nanos, other than, like, the Lightning Dragoon. I use the rank 2 monster grouper. His name is Phil. He has aura. Yeah, that's I don't know. You can use rank 2 monster groupers, but just in terms of not losing brain cells, you should just rank them up. What formation can you use with 3 M10s for Dread? So with 3 M10s, it is still possible, though I highly recommend getting to level 46, because you're going to have a rough time without that. If you replace them with R1s that are rank 4, then you should be able to do it. The Puma is also underrated for free-to-play. The dodge is huge. Yeah, but it costs so many fucking merits. I think they almost need to, like, increase the dodge by another, like, 15 points or something. How much is it? Let me look that up really quick. $55, I mean, that's not bad. I think for it costing 30 merits, I feel like it should almost be like 65, maybe 70. Because it'd be like, kind of, I guess that would make it kind of broken, but I don't know. It doesn't really have that much health. And its damage output isn't really that good, but I mean, for when you unlock it, if you get it R6, then I could see it being useful. spending nanos on puny machine gun fire for your tank, yeah. Well, they just need to buff those attacks in general. Like, on the super tank, or like the heavy tank, I am still yet to buy this because 18 to 21 times 3 is just not good. It's not worth it. As for the 50 assist things, for the moment, I understand why they do it. It's because the servers will fucking die from the assist requests. Well, I think they said that it wasn't a server issue. I think they just said that it would be broken for you to have 100 friends and then assist 500 times and get 50 nanos. On paper, 50 nanos, but you're actually gonna get like maybe 15 gears. I don't know if I said nanos or not. I don't know why I said that, but yeah, but with the constant assisting, I haven't dropped below 300 merits. Yeah, well, yeah, that is true, honestly. I guess I'm still, like, thinking about that with how it was when I was around that rank, where you could only get merits from, like, Recoil Ridge and Port City. I don't even think any of... There might have been, like, Trotbeck and Burnmoth, but I don't even know if they were around at that point. Healing cost is also great. Yeah, it's just like the light tank or all of those like tanks before the heavy tank where they don't cost any gears or anything crazy. What level are your units you're grinding? Currently I'm just kind of like using whatever and then trying to get the field agent up to 6 because I should have done that when the SP glitch was still a thing, where if you killed things with a DOT effect, it would double the amount of SP you got. But my dumbass was doing that with wimps, so now I have to suffer through doing it now, where there's no glitch. But I'm mainly using, like, salamanders, field agents, and the chem tanks, both the light one and the heavy. And then also, like, doing a little bit of the Dexter action. Supposedly during the earlier betas, there was some sort of clunky issue with assists, so maybe that's the old reason, but knowing that, yeah, infinite assists are really not that broken. I believe that, like, I don't remember if it was Andrew or if it was Alex, but you can look it up in the official Battle Nations Discord. They were talking about it at one point to, like, why they made it only 50. And it was mainly because they just felt like it would be too OP, which, I don't know. I don't think it would be that OP, honestly. Like, I think if it was like a 10%, or not a 10%, if it was like a 25% chance of getting a gear or a bar, yeah, that would be OP. I would understand why they would make it only 50, but it's like a 10%, 5% chance, something like that. I think it's 10. Which 10% is like, that's not that, like, I don't know. Like, it's still worth doing, obviously, but it's not, you're not gonna shit your pants over that. It's still like a drip feed type thing. Yeah, it's 10%, yeah. I don't know. Another way they could do it is just spreading out what can actually give you that 10%. Like, I think if they were to make it so, like, animal trainers and the fish hatchery should... I think those should give you teeth. And maybe, like, the raider training camp can give you skulls. Just to branch out from just only assisting barracks, Frontier HQ, and the vehicle factories. What if they added 1 nano to Ancient Artifact to change it to a 24-hour timer to remove the mission to collect from it too? Are you talking about like the money tree thing? Like, are you talking about, this? if they added a 1 nano, added 1 nano to, oh, I see what you mean. Like, instead of just getting 250 gold, you get 1 nano. For 24 hours, I mean, they could do that. That's kind of like how in Clash of Clans on the builder base, you have like the gem mine. I could see them doing that, but I don't think it would be 1 day. I guess they could make it 1 day, but I feel like to obtain that, what they should do is it's like, you can upgrade this, and then at level 10 it costs like, I don't know, like 20 laurels, or a bunch of widgets, or a bunch of bars or something, and then you can get it. I don't know, I feel like just making it so it's like, by default, it gives you 1 nano every 24 hours. I feel like that is a little bit OP, but then again, it does take like 70, that would take like, what, 70 days to get a super tank, so. That and the dry dock should give you gears. Yeah, the dry dock should also, I think all training unit buildings should give you some sort of tier 3 resource. I don't think any of them should give you tier 4. I think that would be way too broken. Or if they do, it's like a 0.5% chance to get it from like the prestigious academy when you assist it or something. I do think, though, that, like, talking about the ancient artifact or the money tree thing, I think they definitely need to make that, even if it doesn't include nanos, they should make it upgradable. And then, in that same conversation, the supply depot that you unlock, like, super early on should give you more. Like, maybe you upgrade it to 10 and it starts giving you, like, steel, concrete, and lumber. Because it kind of becomes, like, redundant. I want the boar veteran hog rider style. Yeah, I think I'm surprised I mean, it's probably because of Clash of Clans that they haven't tried doing that, where they add like a unit that rides a boar. I could definitely see them doing that. I could see them running into issues with Clash of Clans, that they're like stealing their game or something. But then again, like, Clash of Clans will always have its niche. They will always have, like, millions of players on at a given moment. Legendary young boar. I really hope that they don't make legendary units a promo. I know that that's, like, controversial, but they don't belong to be they don't deserve to be a promo. They should be a boss drop. A Battle Nations tower defense minigame would be fire. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like tower defense. Not really, but sorta. If they ever give the trooper rank 9 a third attack, what would it be? That's tough. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, I do think a lot of these, like, beginner units, like the Grenadier, the Gunner, the Hunter, even, like, the Mortar Squad, the Junior Officer, all of them after, like, maybe you get them to rank 6, and then afterwards, it takes, like, it's, like, level capped at level 60 or something, and then afterwards the amount of like damage and health it gains is like drastically higher. It's kind of like what they did with the Supreme mini tank, where after its final rank it gains like a fuck ton of damage and health. I wish they did that more. But I think with the trooper itself, I think they could do like a grenade attack. Or maybe like a gun, like it hits them with their gun and it stuns them or something and deals like 100 damage. Open your mouth, Murph. Endless. I will not. You know what? I'm just gonna steal all of AP's encounters. Fuck it. Grenadier is OP for wasting people's time with its 3 grenade attack. Yeah, I mean, I guess that is a use. The trooper does the gritty, then blows up. Yeah. A suicider unit? We don't have anything like that. A bayonet? That could be cool. You won't regret it. Well, you can't really tell when I'm gonna open my mouth and when I'm not, so that's kind of tough. Endless. I guess I am opening my mouth to talk. Spell iCup? Come on, bruh. What does this become? I'm not spelling iCup. It's like 2nd grade. Battle Nations. Yes, sir, Kevin. The one and only. It's still kind of crazy to me that we actually have Battle Nations again. Like, I know it's been like almost a year, but it's kind of insane. I don't think air units should be locked to boss strike only. There are a ton of stinkers out there. Yeah, like the Silver Wolf Crop Buster. That thing is awful. I think some of them, the Silver Wolf Crop Buster and even maybe like the helicopter Silver Wolf unit should be obtainable from the Mercenary Vault. Oil up! Okay, what are we doing? I haven't played in almost a decade. Glad to see some life pumped into it back once again. Yeah, it is nice, and the fact that Madrona is not going to follow like all of the same paths that Z2 originally took. At least I hope so. I hope it's not like promo unit city and AIDS boss strikes. Endless about to change his name to I Diddy. We need an airfield building. Yeah, like a tarmac. That could, I mean, that's been a suggestion that's been floating around for a while, but I wouldn't mind that. Gotta prove how enthusiastic you are about the game. Oil up. I'm not doing that. Endless, what happened to you grinding all the time? What happened, man? There's a building to train planes in the game files. Is there really? I did not know that. Right now it's hard to say because they are rebuilding the game, so its original state to its original state first, then the original state is very pay to win until Plasma. Yeah. Well, also, Plasma is just, like, kind of broken as fuck. I think it should stay strong, but it should not be like utterly retardedly strong. Let alone the fact that one of the free-to-play units is literally like in the top 3 best units in the entire game. Pour that good old tier 1 black oil on yourself. That is expensive. That is an expensive oil up. I think Diddy would get angry at you if you did that. He'd like light you on fire or something. I kind of hope they give another use for coal. Now that we're talking about tier 1 resources for some reason, like, I think coal should be used for more. Like, oil gets used for plasma later on. But coal is, like, only used for making, like, mission items and steel, and that's it. If we saw another collab like TF2, what would you want to see? That's tough. I mean, I would honestly like... I know this is kind of a cop-out answer. I would kind of like to see another TF2 collab. Because there's a bunch of units in that game, like the Engineer, the Spy, the Sniper, that really should have been in Battle Nations. Like, I don't know why they just chose, like, only, like, 4 or 5 units. My guess is, like, there was a plan to do the rest, but then they kind of just, like, ran out of time. The medic, yeah, that would have been cool. Coal train unit that rams into the enemy. Yeah. I think, honestly, you're kind of onto something, like a train that you can send, maybe like you load up the train with resources you want to gift to one of your like friends or to a guildmate, and then you use coal to like power it. I don't know. That would be kind of cool. It probably wasn't in the scope of the agreement. Yeah. It was probably only like, I don't even know how the fuck Z2 did that. Like, Valve is a giant corporation. I guess Z2 and Battle Nations was also pretty big back then, but I don't know. Did I really just fuck myself? Bruh. An armored train would be cool, at least as a boss. Yeah, I could see that. Locomotive would be fire, like Battlefield 1 battle train or a cavalry unit. Yeah. The fucking behemoth train thing from Battlefield 1, that... I just would like to see more bosses just in general. And or maybe even like earlier on bosses. Like, there needs to be like animal bosses and stuff. Like the King Boar, or like the Sandworm Overlord, or some shit. I don't know. Maybe coal for an armored train, real life basis to springboard some kind of BN level silliness into. Yeah. A Zeppelin boss. I think that the Raiders should have something like that. Like, imagine like a scuffed Zeppelin, like blimp Raider thing that like it's like an air only boss fight. You can only use planes against it. Emperor Sandworm already exists. I'm saying like outside of the Emperor Sandworm. Because that's not really a boss, that's just that's like more of a mini boss, I would say. Terraria Devourer Sandworm, but yes, something like that. Like one that, kind of like how the Ancient Sentinel takes up like a 3x1. Maybe like the Sandworm Overlord takes up like a 3x3. Like it's just a giant like fuck off sandworm. And when you kill it, you get the legendary Sandworm and you have like a 3% chance. And you can only get it once. Joe Biden boss, yes. Bo Jiden. The Biden blast. Where he invites Hunter Biden over and they do a fucking cocaine swirly. George Droid, alright. Wolves stole an advertising blimp and armored it and strapped guns and missiles to it. That could be cool. I mean, I feel like they already have a couple different air units. The Raiders only have, like, what, the Falcon's Nest? And that's pretty much it. They should just release the legendary boar. I mean, for the Ancient Sentinel, like, I think that they really need to make it so it's a boss drop. I feel like it would be like a missed opportunity if they don't make it a boss drop. Because, like, not only does it make the people who want the legendary boar happy, but it also is like, it gives the people who want another boss something as well. POV drone unit. Just in general. The legendary boar, like, even if it does return as a promo, I really hope they make it so you can't train more than, like, either 1 or 3. And you can only have 1 on the battlefield at one point. One time. You didn't truly experience shitty Battle Nations, or you didn't truly experience a Battle... Holy fuck. Battle Nations, if you didn't buy a shitty promo as a kid, right. My brain just, like, shut off. Boss drop would be so boring, and you'd have to rely on RNG. And that's why you have the Pidney system. Well, I mean, you're doing it for a legendary animal, dude. Like, you gotta balance it out. This is like if they don't nerf them at all. Maybe they nerf the legendary Sandworm. I feel like the Raptor and the Boar could probably stay the same. The legendary Mammoth needs some nerfs, but... Legendary Boar ain't even that crazy. The other 3 just need nerfs. I think the legendary Boar and the Raptor don't really need nerfs. Like, the Raptor wasn't I don't know. The Raptor wasn't the worst, but it also didn't really have a use outside of, like, boss strikes, which the legendary Mammoth did boss strikes better. The Boar did amazing against the Ancient Sentinel, and the legendary Sandworm was dumb and should have been removed. Like, that's pretty much how they were. Like, legendary Sandworm was the best in every category. Is good against bosses, boss strikes, encounters, arenas. Raptor is busted. I only had the Raptor and the Boar. Y'all say the Raptor is bad, look at the leg Yeah, it's good. I looked at him. It does good damage, but it's like... It's good against, like, encounters and boss strike. It doesn't really have, like, a use against bosses. Like, sure, you could use it against, like, the Goliath tank, but I don't know. Not every unit needs to be like, bruh. Yeah. But it's still kind of like, I don't know, it gives it like that extra like, I don't know. It like encourages you to buy it. Which if it's a promo, then yes, that's like kind of a problem. But if it's a boss drop, I don't know. I think that they could balance out like the strong ones with just giving you only one that you can ever get from the boss, and then the weak ones you can get an infinite amount of them, or like up to 3 or something. Another thing they need to add is a spice shop that isn't the greenhouse and doesn't cost nanos. I was actually going to make a video on that, like on each one of the demand types, and then talk about how like it's kind of weird that the only spice shop or spice demand building is nano. Like that, why is that how that works? They should have a niche if they cost nanos, unless they're a fat stack stick. Yeah, that's fair. If you only ever get one, it's pointless, just becomes a weekly resource drop. I mean, that's kind of like how every boss is when you don't get a unit. Like, you're acting like that's different from how we are right now. Maybe it's different for you, King, because you get Ironclads out the wazoo, but for the rest of us, we don't always get multiple drops in a row. Oh, stat stick, I gotcha. Legend Legs get a Dune collab? That would be kind of cool, like the legendary sandworm gets released with like a Dune collab. Still miffed about the clads? I'm not really miffed, I was before I got my own, but like, it's more of that you got 3 in a row with like the fastest respawn time ever. Like that, I don't know if you're gonna get an AS frag, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it's not looking good. Skill issue? Yeah, you know, it is. It is a skill issue. I shouldn't be complaining. I feel like a G.I. Joe collab would fit well. Yeah. I think with some of those, like, they could add a unit. They could also make it so it's like, once the collab is out, then it's like a cosmetic for like the trooper or the veteran. Like, I think a veteran G.I. Joe costume would go pretty hard. Doge, I'm not preying on your downfall, man. You're part of my guild, so it'd be kind of bad if I was. I'll be so for real, I hate skins in the game. Yeah, I'm honestly not really a huge, like, fan of that idea either. I just think it would be kind of confusing, especially for PvP. And it would kind of make, like, the new gen, like, the future, like, new players, it would make it more confusing for them. Especially if they're watching, like, content on the game. You wouldn't know, like, what is that guy using? I don't know what he's using. And then it's, like, a shock trooper that's wearing, like, a My Little Pony outfit. I didn't realize the vet had no shirt on until recently. Yeah. That was their design choice, I guess. I think that's, I mean, it's not really G.I. Joe. I think it's more like Rambo type shit for the veteran, but... I don't know, with cosmetics, that's like an easy... That's like, if they wanted to do battle passes, that's an easy way to just include something that isn't super OP, but it's still something people want. Because I know a large part of the community does want cosmetics. What about a new opposition like robots that that already lore dropped robots in the missions. Yeah, I think that would be kind of cool. I think another faction in Battle Nations that's not part of the naval stuff is really important. And even like when they expand naval, that's something they like need to do immediately, is add a new type of enemy that is not Reef Bandits or Sovereign Navy. I'd rather have a unit. It would get stale so fast. Yeah. Vet and Raven easily have the most aura in the game. Why did we just type that twice? I think the Deadeye has a lot of aura, honestly. I think that unit is cool as fuck. And it sounds amazing. Like, its firing noises are awesome. And it's not really like that broken of a unit. Like, I feel like that's like an example of a promo that could be in the game right now. I'm gonna lose Field Agent, which is awesome. Like the automatons, holy fuck, automatons, and Helldivers. Yeah. Or like the fuck, what was that one faction from Destiny? Like the goblins, the minotaurs, the Nexus. I don't remember what the fuck they were called. It's been so long since I've played Destiny. Like, I really wanted to get into Destiny 2, but then I couldn't. It just wasn't like the first game. Just add more Reef Bandit units. I dread when it's grouper and powerboat spam. Yeah. You just don't know. You don't know aura until you see the aerial jetpack. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, the Vex. Yeah. I think if they added something like the Vex into Battle Nations, it would be cool. Reef Bandit boss would also be cool, like a floating island in the water world. Yeah. I always kind of like thought the Kraken was kind of like the Reef Bandit version of the Dreadnought, but it really isn't. It's kind of like its own thing. It's more like the monster grouper version of the Dreadnought. Deadeye is what I meant. The Mandela effect, and I thought they were called ravens. I mean, he has a raven on his shoulder. I can see where you thought that. I don't know. I just think like having more factions in the game in general would be really nice. I guess like now that I'm thinking about it, the Battle Nations version of the Vex already exists, and it's the Ancients, which I guess the Ancients, there could be a boss strike where it's only the Ancients. I guess there was like the one with the Silver Wolves where they did like some Dexters, the Flying Dexters. There was like a wave that had the Ancient Construct. But what if they did one where it's like only the Ancients and no Silver Wolves at all? And maybe that's one of the ways they could introduce some more units outside of just the Dexter. I guess, I don't know, I would hate if they put the ranged and melee frag in, but then like, they also have the Flying Dexter. The Ancient Sentry, there was a promo. I feel like that's kind of like an untapped part of the game they need to delve into deeper. Like an ancient ground unit as a humanoid would be better. Yeah? I don't know what they would add. I feel like it definitely couldn't be another flying unit. More varied rebels would be cool, since rebels are supposed to be all these different groups. Yeah, like maybe you can run into like fire rebels that only consist of fire units. That would be kind of cool. I don't know. Legendary rat, legendary perface. That would be interesting. It's kind of weird how like the rats only appear in like some missions and then also some of the later wild bunches and then nowhere else. And you can't train them as a unit. It's kind of weird. Legendary crackhead. Legendary Morgan House. I do think at some point Madrona is going to branch out the legendary like line of units. Like, I feel like there's going to be like a legendary grouper. Legendary grouper would be really cool. Legendary Raider Kids, mini tank decorated by them with paint, teeth, horns from raptors and boars they obliterated with the cannon. I mean, yeah, that could be in the game, I guess. It's kind of weird to have like kids in the game that you're fighting with, but that's like some EDP type shit. That's like EDP's mole game he's making right now. Rebel encounters would also change things up. Yeah, like base encounters. Or, Silver Wolf base encounters. That would be really nice. Powder up! I am endless. You gotta... Why are you so horny, man? You gotta chill out. Did you get a second clad this time? I did not. The road to the second Ironclad is going to have a third episode next week, I'm thinking. There already is. We fight with their mini tank a few times in missions. Yeah, but like not regularly. You're not using the Raider Kids as like your unit in your army. You're just like they're a part of a mission here and then. They have no special sprites, they just have the normal Raider Warrior. Yeah, when you like first encounter the Raider Kids. Pickle up? What does that even mean? I don't like where this is going. I hope that just within the next like month, I really hope we get infected in October. Just something to spice up the gameplay. Because like guilds would be nice, but like guilds with nothing else, all you're getting is like possibly an SP boost and that's it. Batter up. Are we playing baseball now? At this point, I don't even know. Yeah. I don't know either, man. Do you think they're ever going to extend the base size limit or make a colony like in Cock with the secondary builder base? I hope so. I guess Ghost Killer, I'm gonna use your base as an example. Like, there's so much space over here in the top left, and or even like down here in the water. Like maybe if they made like the ability to build on water, that could be really cool. Or even like up here, like you have a bunch of like, you have this like archipelago type shit, all these islands. Or like this peninsula. I guess you can reach out in this peninsula, but it's kind of cut off right here. And you have all this stuff over here. Like I really hope they do that. I think that could actually be like a really cool way to expand the game after level 70. Like maybe you unlock that for level 80 or something. Not food batter, not baseball batter. Alright. I take the SP boost, just got my wimps to R5. Yeah. It would be nice. You would be gaining like, from doing Bigfoots, I'm pretty sure you'd get like 510 instead of 560, which that's, or 5, can't remember how much it is. It's like 570 or 470 or something, but. Crust you up, Pookie. Alright. Unless you gotta settle down, Doc. Coil up. What is being said right now? I only found out about the revival at the start of August, so I'm pretty behind. Well, I mean, to be fair, we're not getting anything. We're not getting a level cap anytime soon, so I think you're going to be able to get back pretty easily. Get back up to where we all are. I also hope they extend the lore into level 100. Me too. I hope that, like, level 100 we get some space shit. Like, maybe that's the secondary, like, builder base type thing. You have, like, a space station, or you, like, go to the moon or something. What is going on now? Brian up, order up. Getting like flashbacks to the fucking the fast food tier list. Or we could become emperor and siege the capital. Yeah. Bon appetit, you up, Pookie? What the fuck, man? What is this, like, new era, Endless? Is the machine shop worth it at level 32? Well, you need the machine shop for a bunch of missions, so I'd say that it's worth it. It's kind of tough to say. It's not, like, it's better, like, SP-wise, or XP-wise than, like, the tool shop, but it's not like a crazy, it's not a shop that you're going to want to build a bunch of. Need to make a more controversial tier list. I think we already did that with the guild tier list. I think that pissed off a lot of people. Like, what if we do like a president's tier list? There you go. This is time-wasting era. Pretty much. Not just in what you're doing, Endless, but just in Battle Nations in general. It's just kind of like R6ing units and wasting time. You didn't even stand up for P-War? I did. Go watch the VOD back. I did. It's just tough because fucking Gunvy was also there and was shit-talking the entire time. He wasn't shit talking. He was supporting MM, which I would honestly say that we don't know who's better until a boss strike happens, but I don't know. Just finished Psych Ward rotations. Trust me, I'm doing great. Developer tier list? I think we could probably do that. I don't know about in this stream, but I think we could do that. I do think the guild tier list got a bunch of guilds to become way more competitive, for better or worse. That is true, but it also, like, it created the situation where there was a bunch of guilds where it's like, oh, you guys are a B tier guild, I'm not gonna join. And, like, that is not okay. Not only just, like, for us causing that, but it's also, like, if that's what your brain is thinking when you're applying for a guild, that's, I don't know, that's short-sighted. Speaking of pissed off people, I'm sure the Battle Nations Discord is a joyous place to be. Yeah, that is part of the reason why I don't really partake in many discussions in there anymore. Compound? Banap, I am not building a compound. It's just not, like, are you now, like, coming at me saying that because Endless kept coming at you and saying that? Like, I'm surprised Endless hasn't done that for me yet, but someone say compound. No. Honestly, since the guild tier list, I have been thinking I should jump ship or not. Denis, you have your own guild. Like, the guild that you're running is important for the community to have. It's important for there to be a free-to-play, like, guild in the game. Like I said, some people are overestimating how hard boss strikes actually were. I need that tier 12 reward. Yeah, I don't think boss strikes... Well, it's also the, like, some people... It's weird, because, like, the first one was really hard, but then afterwards it became a little bit easier. I think one of the reasons that it was way easier back then, though, was because of promos, so... I guess we're just gonna have to see how it is. We're not gonna know. Until we get our first promo, we get the Patreon bullshit, we're not gonna know. Time will only tell. I'm thinking about Goonwalkers. I want to see what they're up to. We all jump ship and join Goonwalkers. I would be down for that, low-key. I think it would be kind of fun. Goonwalkers is the only guild people should join. That is very factual. I wonder what their boss strike performance is going to be like. I feel like they're going to get like tier 18. It'd be unstoppable. When do we infiltrate Cabbage Nation? Let's go! Compound donated $50? Fuck. Do I really have to buy a compound right now? You guys are bastards. You know, I don't actually have any compounds right now, so that will be my first ever compound. I'll go do it after this fight. I'm gonna have to, like, delete some buildings. I'm gonna have to delete these fucking bullshit shacks, finally. Shaquille O'Neal. Fuck, I wish I didn't have a bunch of shops going. Now I'm gonna be kind of boned with that. I guess I can turn off some, like, stone quarries. You could take P-Ward, CN, MM, and they couldn't even hold a candle to Goonwalkers. Goonwalkers will be, like, the supreme guild. I think they're gonna be, like, they're gonna be scarier than Cabbage Nations, I feel like. Alright. Fucking A, dude. Here, let me swap to this so I don't get, like, boned by somebody. It's 12:50. Okay. Well, there goes all my fucking nanos. Love that. Let me just get this last little chungus. Alright. I did not ever think I was gonna do this. Really didn't. Really did not. I don't even know where I'm gonna put this bastard. I guess it could be, like, right here. Fuck, man. Welcome to my world. I had 5k nanos saved. Someone said compound. I am not building another compound, bro. No, not second compound. Please, no. We are not doing, no, second compound, third compound, no. We are not doing that. Battle Nation's woman characters tier list. Alright. There's not really even that many. There's like 5. How to do this playthrough with no money. Bruh. Come on, bruh. What the fuck? This is bullshit. Alright, give me a second, bruh. Alright. Dude, I have like too many shops to do this. I'm gonna be boned. Like, am I gonna have to, like, am I gonna have to nanopod this compound? Fuck! I wish I could, like, turn off the fish hatchery, because then I could save, like, at least one fucking population. Oh, this sucks. I don't want to collect any of this shit, because it's all boosted. I'm just gonna do it. I really did not want to do that, but I had to. Just for the sake of being able to actually get this out. Alright, well, fuck me. Give me a second. I need to transfer this from... Alright, let me swap to this again. You guys are crazy. I had to nano it because I don't have... I'm gonna have to end up, like, deleting shit if I weren't to do that. Alright. Please no more. I'm going to refund your money if you ask me to do another, because I ain't doing that again. Fucking A, dude. Can't even upgrade this shit. Wait, can I? I'm not upgrading anything right now, am I? Let's go! It's definitely an upgrade from using shacks. I don't think we need another compound to knee. I think we're chilling. I've already went through this. I need to go further. Yeah, it's like somewhere... Denis, I'm gonna take all your encounters. Just for that third compound idea that you threw out. That is so fucked. I never thought that... I actually was, like, about to sign a pact with one of my buddies. Alright. Okay, okay. Just to jump scare you? That was good. That was good. Fucking compound jump scare, bro. Can't believe Murph is an encounter stealer. It was worse at one point. I used to steal Sarens from everybody, and then I realized that, like, hey, that's kind of a dick move. I shouldn't do that. Holy fuck. I, like, just got to the point where I was, like, only upgrading my stupid, duplexes. And was about to start, after that, I was gonna start upgrading the shops. Now I have to upgrade those compounds. Awesome. At least they give, like, decent golden XP. Like, imagine they added, like, a building that's even more expensive than the compound, and then it's, like, absolutely dog shit. It only gives you, like, 15 XP and, like, 20 gold every day. Saves you a bunch of space for base customization? That is true. It does save me a bunch of space where normally there would have been a bunch of like shacks or modern duplexes. Come on, man, I'm just trying to use the rest of these assists. Get no gears or bars. I definitely was already... I need to go lower. Lovely. Oh, that's just awesome. Love not getting any tier 3 resources. Honestly, one of the things that I definitely would put some nanos into is if they added advanced versions of the barracks and like the vehicle factory, and even like the dry dock, where like it costs the same like 180, 160 nanos, but then you can like queue up to like 5 or 10 units, or just set it on a certain unit, like you set it to wimps, and then it just passively makes them, and you don't even need to collect them over and over again. And maybe it cuts like how many like bars or how much steel it takes by half or something. I'm surprised that isn't already in the game. Ooh, I wish I could just nano rush these field agents to R6. I hate ranking these things up. Like, most of the other grinds, other than like the chem tanks, were actually fun. The field agents suck. Like, they just take so long. I guess you have like the bonus of being able to use the stun glitch, but I don't know. It'd need to be a cap that's like 15 wimps per hour. Yeah, I could honestly see it not even having like the infinite thing, and it's just you can set it to do like 5 or something, 5, 10, maybe around that number. Like, it doesn't just all night, it doesn't just churn out wimps, because it'd be kind of pointless to be like flexing wimps at that point. Like, say that you have 30,000 wimps or something, then that wouldn't really mean anything, because everyone has 30,000 wimps. And or you could like accidentally leave it on and then you have no gold in the morning. Like, that would be brutal. Like, imagine saving up gold to upgrade your guild, and then you like turn it on to like soldiers, or you turn it on to like the AA turret, and then you wake up and you've gone from like 70 million gold to like 5 million. That would suck. Alright, I think I'm just gonna finish up these assists, and then I might end stream because I did want to make some food. Plus, I also want to avoid anyone else fucking wasting their money making me build compounds, because that is just, like, that just hurts internally. Turtle Sheller, viable frontline for free-to-play boss strike. It is pretty good. The one thing that is kind of aids about the Turtle Sheller is that it doesn't have full blocking. So anything that's behind it can be hit by, like, anything that has indirect, or not indirect, but I think it's like direct, or it's precise. Anything that has precise can hit through it. Yeah, partial blocking. Which is kind of unfortunate, but I guess that kind of makes the Turtle Sheller like a good mid-line. Because the chem attack actually does very solid damage. I have to make another heavy tank, even though I don't want to do that. Alright. Oh, I just only have 26 nanos now. I just realized that. That is tough. I went from 690 to 26. I think I'm gonna wrap it up though. I think that's gonna be the end of the stream. I'm gonna go make some food. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thank you for those who donated so I had to build compounds. That's awesome. I guess that did give me... I was gonna remove those shacks at one point, so I guess that does kind of fix that issue. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Next time I have a boss encounter, if that's the Ancient Construct, or if that's the Kraken or the Dreadnought, I'll probably be streaming again. But for now, thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys later.